A possible terror plot has been thwarted in Southern California. Army veteran Mark Domingo has been charged in the alleged scheme. The 26-year-old allegedly planned to bomb a white supremacist rally in Long Beach Sunday. Jonathan Vigliotti takes a closer look.
Sometimes we get asked what keeps you up at night. This is a case that keeps us up at night.
Investigators say the arrest of Mark Domingo prevented revenge-fueled bloodshed.
Law enforcement was able to identify a man consumed with hate and bent on mass murder and stop him.
Prosecutors allege the 26-year-old Army veteran planned to detonate a bomb Sunday at a white nationalist rally in Long Beach, California. But he was arrested Friday after taking possession of what he thought was an IED from an undercover FBI agent while scoping out a spot in a park to plant the bomb. The explosive was a dummy.
Mr. Domingo said that he wanted to kill Jews as they walked to synagogue. At other times, he said he wanted to kill and target police officers.
Authorities say the infantryman who served a combat stint in Afghanistan recently converted to Islam and was quickly radicalized. The investigation began after the FBI saw an apparent online post from Domingo saying America needs another Vegas event to give a taste of the terror they gladly spread all over the world. He was referring to the 2017 mass shooting in Las Vegas that killed 58 people. He also allegedly sought retribution for last month's mosque killing in New Zealand.
I am speechless at this.
James Domingo says he thought his brother's religious conversion helped him cope with personal issues.
I thought maybe my brother finally found some sort of guidance in this world.
And Jonathan is with us now from Los Angeles. So, Jonathan, how exactly did Domingo get on the FBI's radar, and explain how they were able to catch him?
Yeah, good morning to you both. The FBI found Mark Domingo on a website called 8chan. It's the same exact website that the attacker behind the mosque attacks in New Zealand used. You heard the investigator there say that they are specifically concerned about cases like this. They went on to say this kind of case keeps them up at night. They're specifically talking about how rapidly he was radicalized. We're talking about a period of 2 months. They began finding these messages of violence and hate back on March 3rd. In a matter of 2 months, he went from violent language to then actively planning an attack to kill people. It's what's known as the flash to bang effect. They're not only worried about that, they're also worried about copycatters. Keep in mind, Mark Domingo himself is also a copycat. He was inspired, drew inspiration from those mosque attacks in New Zealand, as well as the Boston Marathon bombings and the shooting in Las Vegas. And if you recall, in the Boston Marathon bombing, the Tsarnaev brothers used a pressure cooker two pressure cookers, in fact, in that attack. We're being told by prosecutors that Domingo commissioned a bomb maker to use the same exact materials. In fact, we're told that he also went and bought 3-inch nails to use as shrapnel in this. So they're worried about copycats, and they're asking anybody that sees anything online that is violent in nature to contact the FBI immediately.
So we heard in your piece from his brother, who said that he thought, the fact that he was converting was actually good for him because maybe he had some sort of focus in life. Do we know anything more about the suspect's background?
Yeah, and that brother went on to also say that he thinks his brother will be vindicated. Of course, the investigation and everything that we now know seems to indicate otherwise. The FBI says they have no doubt in their mind that this is the guy behind this alleged plot to attack that park. We know that he served in Afghanistan. We're learning the time frame. It was about 6 months between 2012 and 2013. We're not exactly sure what unfolded during then and that period of time that led him to have this kind of hate for Americans. We heard from prosecutors that he wanted to retaliate against Americans for attacks on Muslims around the world. But beyond that, he had no criminal record. He was not on anyone's radar.
Man. All right, Jonathan, Thank you so much. It is scary.
It is.
I see why that, FBI agent, I think it was an FBI agent, said this is the sort of thing that keeps him up at night.
That's right.